Where are we heading in the luxury space, travel wise?
Look, there's always going to be a chase for value. And I don't mean price, I mean value. And that's very important, right? Number one, the market's shifting from conspicuous consumption to conscious consumption, especially as we're seeing $68 trillion of wealth about to be inherited by Gen Xers and Gen Zers, millennials, right, in the next 10 years. They're a lot more conscious. It doesn't mean they're not going to spend, but they're going to spend smarter, not just about the bling. It's more lower piano than Gucci right now. That's why Gucci's suffering a lot more, right? But if you open that up and deconstruct that, how do you align value with price? And that's all about meaning. How do you know the meaning of your customer is to get to know them? To deep dive into your customer or into anyone you're working with is, I think, what's going to define success is listening, right? Embracing, thinking, and being super thoughtful. Because when you start to phrase what you do and what you offer into that's meaningful for them, it's priceless. Like, I have billionaires that will stay in a $30,000 a night suite, but fly coach. Because it's just not important to them. Shocking, right? But the same thing, there's people that are obsessed with handbags and they spend $80,000 on it. And there's people with more money than that wouldn't even spend money on a $300 Coach bag, right? It just doesn't mean anything to them. It's useless. So, you have to understand that, and you need to play with that. And that doesn't happen through email correspondence or WhatsApps or texts. It happens by just sitting down, not talking business, and getting to know that person. The other thing we're seeing, which is, I think relevant to what everybody here does is, and I mentioned it in our mission statement, since COVID, the drive for connection has never been stronger. Even brands that sell product are looking to build community and connection, right? Look at what Hermes does or Louis Vuitton. It's all about that relationship and that community they're trying to build. But, depression and loneliness has never been more prevalent. Studies are showing, especially in the US since COVID. And travel and celebration is a great antidote. People think what we do is frivolous. But at the end of the day, think about all your memories. It's rarely at home having dinner or watching TV or doing something because you're in a routine. And it's very hard to stop what you're doing when you're in your routine and appreciate the now, right? Or take heart and take mental snapshots of that moment and create that bond. You're just all on inertia. But when you remove yourself and you go to a 3-day event or you go on a vacation with someone, you're out of your routine and you're open to connecting. And that is richer lives, right? It's not about seeing the Eiffel Tower and checking the box. It's about using that destination as a platform to connect. And sometimes to connect deeper to yourself because you get to think more, right? Or to new cultures and new perspectives. But it's a blessing that what you're able to give when you remove yourself from what you're doing every day.
Yeah, man, that resonates so deeply. I think with at least for me, we just got back from 2 weeks in Italy with my family. I have a 17-year-old, a 15-year-old, and a 12-year-old. And yes, we went to all the big spots. We checked all those boxes. But the thing that I remember more than anything, because you're in Italy and they just make you sit at dinner for 3 hours. My wife and I were just talking about it, like those 3-hour dinners with our boys who, they don't like to sit at dinner. Normally they're like eating, they're gone, but they had to sit there, and the conversations that came out and the connection that came out of that forced time together, waiting for the bill, 3 hours later, it was the most powerful thing for us. And so that resonates very deeply. And I hear you saying that that's the case for everybody, every human being wanting to travel.
Even now wanting to travel, I mean, ultimately, that connection is what's enriching you, right? Is that you have that memory now. I mean, you can't take that away. And destination events gives you that more than, a regular night also, because you have 3 days and you meet new people. And oftentimes the two sides of your families get to know each other in a really deep and smart way. That's important for the rest of your life.
Yeah, it's a special space, right? The destination event space. Because when you go on a destination wedding as a guest, it's a different mindset. You allow yourself to kind of be happy and chill and easy, right? And so now you have 200 people together like this, humans who love meaning and story around real meaning and real story in an epic location. And you watch people, and it's not a matter of money. That's not your issue. They're looking for connection, authenticity.